Today we're going to be learning about textual evidence. This is the standard for Reading Literature 8.1. How can I cite textual evidence to support what the text says? Textual evidence is the details and examples that come straight from the text. So it's proving what your analysis says. First, you're going to need to analyze the text. You identify the important parts, essentially. So you break it down, you pick out the big ideas, and you identify the reasons and support evidence. When you analyze a text, you want to include what the author actually says instead of just your opinion or interpretation of what you read. This means you quote, paraphrase, or summarize the author's words to support your points. So whatever you think, you have to support with what the author says. When answering questions about what you've read, you have to go back into the text to find proof. This is the support for your analysis, and it's what we call text evidence. And there are three types. First type is a quotation. So you just simply repeat the author's idea word for word. You put it in quotation marks, and it's directly from the text. Another is paraphrasing. So you're going to rewrite the author's ideas, but in your own words. You're changing the word of the author, but still keeping to the original idea. And lastly, your summarizing is an option. You put the author's main points into your own words. Summaries are shorter and are a broad overview of the passage. You have to give credit to your source for each type of textual evidence. So in the quotation, you include the page number, the line number, and you might say something like the author stated, using maybe the author's name even. Paraphrasing, your response can mention something like the author gives the following reasons to support their main point, and then you're going to cite a page number after those reasons. And for a summary, you introduce the source and then state the main points. And according to blah, 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 the article titled blah, 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 and then you would go on to prove your point there. So what we're going to do, I'd like for you to number to 3 on a piece of paper, and you're going to make a chart that looks like this. I want you to listen to Imagine Dragons' Believer and decide what you think the author feels about pain. So those are your inferences, what you think. Then after you listen to the song, you have to give me a quote to support an inference, a paraphrase to support an inference, and a summary to support the inference. You may work with a partner if you would like. The song is clickable, and I'm going to put it on Classroom. Now, I want to also examine with you how this looks like on the state test. Now, this RL1 and RI1, which is information, are the same exactly. They're both about finding textual evidence. So this is a sample from the 2019 test where you had to read about Edison's inventions, okay, of the motion pictures. So this is the way a sentence might look when you have to support your answer with textual evidence. So it says, which sentence from paragraph 2 describes Edison's motivation for developing motion pictures? Now, highlighted is the correct answer. So on the state test, sometimes you have to support your own answer, and sometimes you just have to simply find it. So in this example, you'd be finding it and clicking on it, highlighting the correct answer. I'm also going to post on Classroom the text evidence quest, and it's going to be very similar. Okay, you'll listen to this Adele song, and you'll tell me, how does the speaker feel about her ex? You have to support with a quote. So you have to give me an inference, what you think, and then support it with a quote. For card 2, you're going to listen to Cool Kids, you're going to tell me what the speaker's perspective about the cool kids, and you're going to paraphrase. So you'll give me what you think, support it with a paraphrase. This song for card number 3 is Let You Down. The question is, how does the speaker feel about his relationship? And you have to summarize it. So you're going to put the author's main points into your own words after you've made an inference. And there are 2 other cards. Okay, so these will be on Classroom for you to complete. There will also be a story that you must do after you do these quest cards.